Hi, besties. It's been a minute, and it's actually not as long as the last times it's been a little minute. However, somehow this one was one of the worst since starting this channel and having to go MIA, as it were, for content, but I can't really go into too much detail here, and I won't. I will just say kind of what happened and in as much as I can and as much as I feel is necessary for a video like this, and then let you guys in a little bit on what I am hoping to do with this channel in the future because of everything that has been going on, just because I feel like a lot of what has happened is going to affect my content. Most of it will only be for a little while. The bigger, more underlying thing of health might actually take me out a little bit longer and will require me to not make promises or hopes or goals of content being posted semi-consistently. And I know I've been like pretty good about posting weekly. At first it was the exact same day, and then it started to regress to just weekly as it came, however I could get it. But now it's gotten to the point where I literally have to tell you guys, unfortunately, for as much as we were hoping for weekly, I can only do as I can and hope for the best at this point. But I was MIA. Let me just kind of explain the sudden disappearance and what you're gonna see moving forward, because that's what this video is. Just to let you guys know at the top, I am getting better. I am not okay, but I am getting better, and I am doing the things that make me happy. And I have said it before, I'll say it again. This is my happy place. This is my safe space. This is the space that I will protect with my life, because of it being my happy place and my safe space and the place where I can come to when life is lifing a little too much. With that being said, I was MIA, and the last video that you guys saw was Realmathon week 2, I believe, which is crazy for me to say because during that time I had made a February wrap-up video wherein I literally thought I had posted it, and turns out no, I had not. And I still have yet to edit and do. But the fact that I did all of that and was unable to get even to that video editing was alarming now looking back, because I am filming this video that you guys are seeing right now. I'm filming this on literally the last day of last month. So whenever you guys see this, this was literally the last day of last month. So yeah, I finished week 2, and I actually posted it way later than I wanted to, because I wanted to film for week 3, and I filmed for week 3, but week 3 kind of started a chain of events that I did not see coming, and this was not the readathon's fault, okay? Let's be very clear. This was not the readathon's fault. I was just going through the oddest group breakup that I have ever been in. So I am on other platforms, and I had made a friend group, and I was very invested in that, and it broke up. Those of us that are still in contact don't know what happened. All we know is we're catching strays, and we're catching strays pretty hard, and that's putting it very lightly because of everything that happened, and also everything that I had to go through personally and was actually quite terrified by. And I'm not even kidding. I was terrified, I was scared, and it did not help my health issues that had increasingly declined, of the which I don't know if it was also because of that stress or if it was literally just because everything happened all at once, because I had a lot of schoolwork that was going on and being due. I had a lot of work stuff that was going on, and that whole thing was going down, and I was just kind of trying to be everywhere and do everything. The week prior, which is the weekend prior, was when everything happened, and then last week we were just trying to like get it together, and like it just happened so overnight that we were all scrambling doing the things. I was doing a lot. So when I then found out that like it was stressing me out, I was like, okay, how do we manage that? So I was trying to manage that, and I managed it in the wrong way, I think, because I ended up with 4 heavy nosebleeds in 1 week. I don't even know how that's possible or if that's healthy. And I did talk to people who have had nosebleeds heavily and like some of the symptoms behind it, and they're like, no, the amount of times that this is happening, that's not normal. You know, you need to get that checked. And I was like, yeah, okay, when I have time and when I have money, I'll do that. But suffice it to say, health declined to the max, and then also to the point where I had to leave work 3 days in a row early. And then the last day, when I actually had energy, I overworked myself, which may have also potentially caused one of the 4 nosebleeds now that I think about it, because stress. But that happened, and then bills came due, and it wasn't just the normal bills, there was extra stuff, and then there was more stuff on top of that that I was told were a thing that I didn't even know about and wasn't warned about. Yay. So, I've been having a fun time with that. And then we add the group breakup, which I gotta say, people have a lot of energy to hate on people. You know, they really do. Like, people work overtime to hate people. I don't understand it. It's such a thing. Like, it's almost impressive in a way if it wasn't aimed at me, because the amount of time, effort, and energy that goes into what they're trying to do could literally be spent trying to build what they have consistently nonstop talked about building. But what am I to say? I just my thoughts. But there was an element that literally terrified me, and I felt like I felt trapped and didn't know what to do in that situation until someone else also had a similar thing happen and then notified the group, and then I was like, oh, okay, I could totally talk about it now. I'm not alone, and I'm not targeted. Well, I'm targeted, but I'm not targeted. And so it's just such a thing. And the mental things that I had to work through because of that was just insane, honestly. And I mean the word insane. It was crazy. And I am. The point of this is not to air out any grievances, any whatever, any drama, any gossip, any whatever. This is purely to explain what was happening, because now we're going to get into the why of how it changes the content and why it's even relevant to here, because I don't like putting this kind of stuff online. Like, I know I've had to recently talk about my health and talk about, certain people in my life passing away. I know I've had to put that up because, one, that affects the content. Two, that affects me, my mood, what I read. And it does affect, right? But I never try to put more out there than is necessary to explain what I want to change or how I'm going to go moving forward, because I don't want it to be just a random change like that. Like, we're friends here. We talk about the hows and the whys. We don't need to get into the nitty gritty of it because, you know, as my small group pastor does say, if you're not a part of the problem and if you're not a part of the solution, then why do you need to know all of the nitty gritty of it all? And I'm not airing all of that. But what I am doing is explaining that, you know, there is some stuff that's going on in life. And because of said stuff, now I need to be very, very, very careful with how I spend my energy. And I feel like I've said that before. Like, I need to be very careful of how I spend my energy. Well, now I need to be careful even more because I am so drained and so just not okay, you know? And it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to express not being okay. But I also don't want to go over the line of just always being, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay in every video, because one, you don't need that. Two, it's like, okay, we get it. Like, and it's not because you guys are mean or anything. Like, sometimes, like, I feel that too. Like, if someone repeats the exact same thing over and over, at what point is it just repeating the thing over and over and not doing anything about it, you know? So I never want it to be that. So I am very careful about when I come online and I say the things that I do. And I just noticed that within the last month, my health has just been going down and down and down and down. And while I fix that behind the scenes, y'all don't need to see that on screen as it's happening, you know, and that's not what we're here for. We are here for the books. We are here for the life. We are here for the energy. And I'm speaking for me. I'm here for that because I don't want all of the life draining, energy sucking, just debilitating to follow me here, because this is the place that gives me life and gives me energy. Okay, one of the places. I have a fair few places that do that for me, and this is one of them, and I refuse to have anything take that away from me. So it's kind of a selfish reason, I know, but what does Demi Lovato say? Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, so stuff happened. Now, moving forward, because we are working on it behind the scenes, I do want to let you guys know, wait, before we transition over, I will be okay. I'm not okay right now, but I will be okay. I'm working on being okay, and this is going to be part of the process of getting back into my creativity. It was never stolen, okay, but it was redirected. And I'm redirecting it to what I know, to what I love, to what I enjoy, because y'all were my community first. Because of that, and because I'm staying, and no one can take me away, okay? Well, you know, if YouTube happens to take away my channel, but I haven't violated any guidelines, so I'm here until I choose not to be, until the Lord takes me. Either way, sorry. I don't know why that was funny. Listen. It's a crazy time over here. We need the laughs. We need the laughs for sure. Just in general, I feel. So anyways, so I'm not okay right now. I will be getting there. I am making the steps, don't you worry. And I will be reevaluating what I need to do physically for the most helpful to myself, because if I can be the most helpful to myself, then I can be there and help where I'm needed, both, you know, and just realistically at work, at my church ministries, at choir practice, you know, all of the things, because I like it. I want to be there. Serving there in that capacity, it does fill my cup in a different way. You know, it's not one of those it's not one of those self-care moments necessarily, but you could almost call it soul care, and both can fill the cup in different ways. if you know what I'm saying. We are still here. We're still making content. We're still doing all the things. We still have so much coming up. Like, you guys, the way I have so many videos that I want to film for you guys. It may take me all year, but we will get the reward system video. We will get the first book haul video. We will get February's wrap up. Gosh darn it, if we won't get March's too. We might not get the rest of the months, but we'll get there eventually. I post when I post, and that's gonna have to be that. I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to have videos posted, on a consistent day, but that's just not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. And my health may not allow for more than a TBR and a wrap up. If that. My goodness gracious, mercy. Now, will my creativity allow me to rest with just that? Absolutely not. But we'll see how that manifests. That's mostly all that's gonna be happening, and that I was gonna say is, moving forward, posting is gonna be probably few and far between, and then there's gonna be like a surgence of just like so many, probably, if they ever get edited. That's the real tea. I was gonna do some other things this year with you guys. I wanted to, and I still may. I'm not gonna say them because I don't want to spoil it if I can, and I'll have everything to roll out when it does, but unfortunately, I think I can only promise this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here, and I'm going to stay posting, no matter how long in between that's going to take me. And I will keep this place a safe and happy place to talk about books and everything bookish related, and anything else that my besties want to talk about in the comments, because we all deserve a safe and happy place. And I'm learning, especially recently, safe spaces are so hard to come by, but this community has a plethora of safe spaces, and each creator I have come across is welcoming and caring and genuine and real, and you cannot be more safe with these creators. So I'm not leaving this space. I can't. Not when I know how real and genuine and safe it truly is. And maybe there are some, maybe some drama related, maybe not as safe feeling spaces. Every community has that, right? But for the vast majority, I feel this, by and large, overall, just safe and happy. So thank you for making it that way. Thank you for joining my little community for a little minute here. If you guys want to stick around, stick around. This is not my normal content. This is not my normal videos. Heck, I didn't even have my normal intro, outro slides, and I'm not going to put them in either at this point. I am happy to create, and I'm happy to be here, and no matter what life throws with health, with finances, with work, with school, with friend groups falling out, we have here. And I am so grateful for that. And I can't wait to keep creating. So with that being said, y'all, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you so much for being the absolute best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.